humans carried, and it excited him, drove him, and fueled his dark cravings. Emika's new obsession began with human flesh, though he did not call it that. He claimed it was a ritual, a way to absorb courage, strength, and wisdom. Anyone of prominence, brave warriors, clever ministers, wandering travelers, could be chosen. They were lured to the palace by false invitations, the promise of rewards, or the simple misfortune of crossing the emperor's path. One evening, a renowned hunter named Oba came to Nzalo. He boasted of slaying the fiercest lions and promised the emperor the finest ivory. Emika invited him to the feast. That night, Oba's laughter echoed through the halls. The emperor watched quietly, noting the hunter's pride, the boldness in his eyes, and the sharpness of his teeth. By midnight, Oba had vanished. Some said he was led to a chamber below the palace, where the emperor's assistants prepared him for the feast. Others whispered that Oba's spirit still roamed the palace corridors, warning the living of the emperor's hunger. The emperor's appetite grew with each passing day. He hungered not just for flesh, but for the fear, despair, and obedience of those around him. The palace became a labyrinth of shadows, secret rooms, and hidden cells. Each victim was selected carefully. Artists, scholars, warriors, anyone with vitality and spirit, were drawn in by flattery, bribery, or fear, only to vanish beneath the black stones of the palace. The villagers began marking the nights by the disappearances. When the drums in the distance fell silent, they knew Emika had claimed another soul. Some said they could hear faint cries carried by the wind. Others claimed to see shadows slipping into the palace, never to return. One of his most notorious victims was a young dancer named Nia, whose beauty and grace had captivated the kingdom. Emika summoned her to perform at the palace feast. That night, Nia danced like the wind, her feet barely touching the floor. The emperor sat on his throne, mask in hand, eyes glowing with an unnatural hunger. After her dance, the doors of the hall closed. Nia was never seen again. Some say her final scream became part of the palace's stone walls, forever trapped in echoing corridors. Another victim was a scholar named Ifideo, famed for his wisdom and knowledge of herbs and stars. He came to teach the emperor's sons. Emika watched him carefully, noting his calm, confident demeanor, the spark of intellect in his eyes. That night, Ifideo vanished. Some claimed he had been drawn into the palace cellars to feed Emika's dark appetite. Others said he tried to resist but that the emperor's hunger could bend the strongest will. Emika's obsession with the essence of life was mirrored in the mask he eventually discovered. One day, a mysterious traveler arrived with a mask carved from the heart of a fallen sacred tree. "This mask," the traveler whispered, "gives you the strength of the storm, but only if you embrace what mortals fear most." Emika wore the mask immediately. It clung to his face, warm and heavy. A voice spoke